while JuJu, he's okay after the big hit. He tweeted out saying he's fine, but he's in concussion protocol, and he's probably, based on what we've seen this year, if you're concussion protocol, you're probably not playing the following week, and especially with the way it looked for him. But even his mom tweeted after the game saying he's okay, he's all good. So that's good. That's the first things first. JuJu's fine, but in protocol still. But after the game, during I guess what do you call it? The pool talk with the referees. Brad Rogers, the main official, kind of talked about the no call, and he pretty much defended the no call even after the game. But seldomly you'll see these guys not defend their calls. Usually they're gung ho about it. But so he was quoted saying, after discussion on the field, the two officials came in and determined that the defender set and braced for impact and hit shoulder into shoulder. They didn't feel like it was a use of a helmet foul. That's what he said initially. But then when they asked about JuJu being a defenseless receiver, because that was the big thing everyone was talking about online, he followed up by saying he was in a defenseless posture, but they didn't feel that there was any use of helmet foul on that play. He's subject to a defensive player foul because the player is making the catch. We didn't feel that it was a foul because he's hitting shoulder to shoulder. So after the game, you didn't feel like it was you were okay with the no call on that one. What after hearing this comment, are you surprised at all that he's defending the no call?
No, I'm not surprised at all. I mean, because I kind of agree with him. I kind of feel what he's saying. I do. I know. Obviously, when after the fact, you got time to get your words and everything together to explain things out, right? So we understand how that works. But I think on the field, when they were make that assessment, they they did kind of see like, hey man, he didn't really try. It was the malice, so it didn't seem like he was trying to come in and target JuJu. He was going for the helmet. Was he a defensive player? Yes. Technically, he was, no doubt about it, right? I think, we start there. The way he's running into him is he's setting his feet. Can he stop himself from going, right? Is the next question. And I think he tried to pull up because we've seen when he hit somebody what it actually looks like, okay? We've seen when he hit MVS, how it really looked, okay? And so, it's the discretion of the referees. The two refs came in and said, hey, we don't think that there was anything in itself that would be ruled as something that was malicious or we'll pick up the flag here, right? So, I like I said, it's unfortunate that JuJu had got hurt. I think if they make those calls, because, like I said, if you're constantly like evaluating if a guy's getting dinged and getting hit and then saying, because it looks bad, that we need to throw the flag, I think it's a bad precedent to set. And they kind of set that in a way, kind of going to the Philly game with Washington when the guy hits Heineke, right? It's like, geez, he's trying to step himself, but you can see them making that call, right? Heineke's a quarterback. He's bending down. The guy's trying to pull up. Man, it sucks for him. I'm like, daggone. The short dude that looked like Method Man hit him. He looked just like Method Man.
He does.
Yeah, you talking about it. I'm like, it looked like that. But I think it wasn't, to me, okay. I was like, I'm all right with that. So I wasn't as livid about that no call as some other people. And that's just me. I just, that's how I felt. That's my opinion. A lot of people might disagree with it, but for me, I just didn't feel like there was a lot of malice in that hit in itself. He wasn't necessarily targeting him. And if that sucker hit JuJu like he hit MVS, shoot, it might have been a whole lot worse than that. So
yeah, no, I agree, and I think people have gotten to this whole, because we talk about the Heineke one, the Tua hit.
Yeah,
a lot of these are on quarterbacks. I think quarterbacks just get graded a whole different way when they do these defenseless and these roughing the passers. Because I think people are so used to the roughing the passer penalties, whereas like you apply that to in the secondary, it's like it's really not the same. They don't look at it the same.
Nope, they're not. It's not going to be. It's just because, you know, the quarterback's the draw, right? He's the money man. And so he's the one that's bringing everybody there. That's the one they want to see him slinging the ball all over the field. And so they're going to protect him. There's going to be different rules for that guy. They'll treat everybody fair, but they're not going to treat everybody the same. Yeah. And so quarterbacks apply to that rule in itself, right? They're going to treat them fairly, but they ain't going to treat everybody the same. So.
Yeah. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out the best clips from Chief Concerns. And if you prefer to listen to the show, subscribe and follow us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and anywhere else you get podcasts.